Alright, so this chapter we're going to look at how to maximise playing your scale choices. I like to call this the ultimate lick builder, and this is a really fun thing for you to practice. Okay, so basically we all think we know how to practice scales, but there are some really fun, creative, different ways to do that. So in this we're going to look at my ways. Example 1 is using straight going up through the scale and back down it again. Now this is not particularly difficult, but if you've got A minor pentatonic, you're going to literally run all the way through. All these examples are going to be in A minor pentatonic today. So example 1 that we'll just watch here is going through the scale, up and back. The next way to practice your scales is groupings of notes. The most common groupings that you can use are 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what do I mean by that? Well, once again, our A minor pentatonic scale, grouping of 3 notes, you're going to go up 1, 2, 3 in terms of notes you'd play. 1, 2, 3. Then you start from the second note that you played and you play 3 notes. Third note you played, 3 notes. Fourth note, etc. And you go all the way through the strings and you descend in the same way. 3 notes. Start from the second note, 3 notes, 3 notes, 3 notes, 3 notes, 3 notes, all the way through the scale. And then you do the same for 4 notes, play 4, start from the second, etc., etc. So let's have a look at 3 notes, pattern of grouping of 3 notes, grouping of 4 notes, grouping of 5 notes, and a grouping of 6 notes. The next one you can do is practice your scales in intervals. A very common one that is often used in the minor pentatonic is you're literally going to play a note and then the string underneath it, you're going to play the next note in line with it. So in the minor pentatonic, you're going to go 5, 5, 8, 7, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 7, 7, rolling through. This is often referred to as fourths and different intervals, but it doesn't necessarily apply as fourths all the way through the neck. And I must point out this from now to do this in all your different scale shapes as well. So this one here we're looking at rolling through in intervals. I'm doing this in position 1, go through position 2, 3, 4 and 5 and all the other scale diagrams in this book. The next way to practice your scales is to go down one scale shape, back up the next. So go through position 1 of your A minor pentatonic, come back up through position 2, down through position 3, up through position 4, etc. and you loop it round. Let's have a look at that. The next one's an often neglected idea, is you take a single string and you play your pentatonic all the way up that string. So if I was on the 6th string or the fat E string, you'd be an A minor pentatonic 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 17. Yeah? And then you could come back down the next string and there'd be the same set of notes in this example. Then this string slightly differently, the next one up on the 4th string, etc. Learning your notes on a single string will give you access to moving through all the different string shapes. Let's have a look at that on one string. Okay, the last one you can try is string skipping. Obviously there are different examples, but this one is you can try going down through 6, 4, 2, coming up 1, 3, 5, and then you can try this through all your different shapes, and this creates very Eric Johnson style sort of lines, really nice sound. So a mixture of all these together. So let's recap on that. Up and down, straight through the strings, fairly obvious. Groupings of notes, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Intervals, so rolling through to different intervals on different strings. Up one string, coming back down the next, or down and up, depending on how you want to look at it. Single strings and string skipping. So these together will build some new exciting licks, and we'll go on into the next chapter about how you can create fresh sounding licks using a mixture of these and your specialist techniques. Let's get on to that right now.